entire room, and then especially at 2 o'clock when you get here, I want to do, videotape it and videotape the whole room for me. All right? Come on, man.
I was thinking.
Just saying, man. Just put y'all to work, man. Put you to work. That's what my plans are for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Gosh, they must like hearing me or something. 'Cause I guarantee they can hear me out there. The door don't shut all the way, boy. It needs an adjustment. Wonder if that's the Dodge door or...
Cameraman's job.
Cameraman.
That's not a Jeep door, I can guarantee you that. Well, you can't hear them. I'm telling you, Jeeps are great vehicles. Anybody see what I was doing yesterday on the Jeep door? Yeah. You can take a 300-pound man and jump up and down on that door and close that door, and it will not have to realign it or anything. You've tried that on any other car, SUV made, it will bend the pins and hinges on the door and everything. And so this shows you the Jeeps, they'll get 300,000 to 400,000 miles, okay, and there won't be a rattle track. It'll still sound like a brand new vehicle because everything's welded to the frame and stuff. So they're built a lot for safety. I mean, of course, they had a bad name there for a while because they were rolling over because they were Jeeps, the short wheelbase. But Chrysler, just so everybody knows, the Dodge brothers are the ones that have invented almost every luxury that's on every car to this day. Okay, every safety feature. I think the only thing they didn't was intermittent wipers, and I forgot the gentleman's name. I used to run little quizzes on my Facebook and stuff. I'd say, when was the first windshield wipers used? When was the first starter put on a car, electric starter? The old starter on a car. But anyway, so cruise control now, and so you know, and we're going to go over a lot of standard features that are on cars to this day that have been on for the last 15 to 20 years. It's on every car. So when you all do get out there to show a car, you don't feel intimidated. At least you're going to know something about the car, because every car, when I show you a car today, you can tell that customer, this car has it. You don't have to tell them, man, now every car has this, okay? All right? All right, so you won't feel intimidated that way. One of the good features is nowadays on, like, which Chrysler came out with, before Cadillac came out with StabiliTrak and all that. You remember the STS StabiliTraks? It was a big thing to GM. Well, that's Chrysler's invention, okay? The Dodge brothers, Dodge. Okay. Now they've got sensors, computers that control to where if you have a blowout, and I'll go over this later, but if you have a blowout on a car, it will actually, it's called negative bias strut system, and you'll be writing this down later when we do our deal. But if you're going 80 miles an hour and you have a blowout, most cars it's gonna flip and you're gonna be in danger. Okay. Not anymore. Okay, because every car made has followed Dodge's deal, and they have a sensor that will, when that tire blows out, it changes the position of the strut. So the strut, which holds the wheel and stuff, just so everybody knows, it's like a shop almost, but it's not. Okay, it serves both purposes. Okay, so the strut will adjust position to where it tilts that wheel to where the wheel, if it's just the wheel itself with just a little tire or whatever, will be the same level as the other side of the car. So you virtually can, sometimes people don't even know they had a blowout because it happens so quick the computer does it. So the check engine light will go on to let you know there's a problem with your car, so where you can pull the car over safely. But I guarantee you're doing 80 miles an hour and it blows out, you'll know it. Especially when you see the sparks flying. But it won't hurt you. It's not you're not gonna all of a sudden just flip off the side of the road or whatever. So that's on every car nowadays. Okay, so there's a lot of, different manufacturers have great things going. Nowadays, I will tell you, you never down another product. If you've got someone coming in and they're looking at Ford and Dodge, okay, you don't tell them that the Ford sucks, excuse my language, okay, but you don't do that. That's almost like I went through divorce, since I was 5 years old. Maybe that's one of the reasons I've never been married, because I love children and I wouldn't want them to go through divorce. And but anyway. You never know, people, anyway, but now I forgot where I was. What was I talking about? See,
Don't downgrade.
Never down another car brand.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
You're welcome.
Good to have you back.
I know, right?
Now, I remember yesterday I did tell everybody to just act like you perceive everybody in their underwear. I didn't mean for you to take that literally.
Yeah.
I did not mean for you to take that literally, young man. But I appreciate the listening skills. It's good. All right. But here's the deal. It's just almost like, I always put everything in an analogy so everybody can try to understand. And I'm not saying everybody, I just know it's easier for me to understand stuff if I, put it in an analogy related to something else. But to me, and I think that, like, you know, being as that kid that had step parents and this and that, you know, whenever I had, you know, a father, which my father never did, but my mother did a lot, and stepdad did, but talk bad about my dad or something like that, or vice versa. That's not good for a child. A child should be able to make up their own decision. You should never tell. And so, you know, you're not trying to, so we shouldn't ever down another product, okay? Because I guarantee you, integrity, if you were over there selling Fords, you wouldn't down that product if you've already downed it to a customer. So I want you to have integrity and I want you to be honest, okay? Nowadays, and what I'm trying to get to, nowadays, almost every manufacturer is pretty much standard across the board. They're pretty much equal, okay? Now, yes, it used to be that imports had it going for them, but guess what? The big three ain't stupid. They all merged with a lot of companies. To this day, they're still, you know, and a lot of people don't know, but, you know, Toyota and GM are still partners in a lot of stuff. Okay, Ford used to own 46% of Mazda until 2010. Okay, Mazda was making most of their vehicles, but Ford was, so once Ford learned everything, because they used to make the Ford Ranger, the Ford Explorer, a couple other vehicles for Ford. See, what happened was in 2010, finally, after years of partnership, Ford had it all figured out. They used their technology and started doing stuff on their own. For instance, what drove Mazda over the edge and said, forget it, we're buying our percentage back, was when Ford, in 2010, like the Ford Explorer was the Mazda Tribute, okay? Same vehicle. Well, if you bought the Ford Explorer, you could buy it for $3,000 less than the Mazda Tribute. Mazda's the one that built the doggone thing. So Ford was trying to basically push Mazda out of business so they could buy up all their stock and own the whole company. So anyway, and so a lot of people know. Also, you know Dodge Cummins engine? Anybody know about the diesel engine Cummins for Dodge? It's the biggest selling truck there is out there, pretty much. But guess who's the major stockholder of Cummins? Ford.
They're going to Nissan. They're going to Cummins is going in the next couple
Right,
of years.
but that's what I'm saying. Ford's
Taking
not
it
stupid.
over.
None of these car manufacturers are stupid, ladies and gentlemen. But don't down another product, because sometimes you down another manufacturer or whatever, and you do that. For instance, if you do that at Dodge and you say, "Oh, yeah, Ford sucks. Their diesel engine sucks. Our Cummins is great." Well, if you've got an intelligent, logical buyer, I'm telling you, these logical buyers research a lot of different things. If you tell something like that to me, I'm gonna say, "Well, then they can't be real stupid because they're the major stockholder of Cummins." Who you're trying to sell me a Cummins right now, which Ford basically owns Cummins. Okay? They're not stupid. Okay? None of these manufacturers are. They've all got their hands over here and this and that. Okay? So, but they're all pretty much nowadays because, you know, Chrysler had Mitsubishi, Chevy's had Suzuki, Toyota, and Chrysler had Volvo, they had Mercedes with them, and the reason why Mercedes quit the partnership and then Fiat bought them out in 08, because Chrysler was getting ready to go under, okay, and the bailout money helped a little bit, okay, but Fiat came in, okay, so, but the reason why Mercedes, because Mercedes wouldn't share with Dodge, they wouldn't share their technology, but they wanted to steal everything that Dodge had, so that's why that dissolved. Yes.
But most of the engines on your lot right now have a Mercedes around engine in it.
That's what now?
The Pennstar engine, most of the engines out there is a Mercedes.
Well, they're not anymore.
But they are still owned.
Up until 2008, there is no more Mercedes engines in any. The Crossfire was the main vehicle. The Crossfire was the main vehicle that actually went down the Mercedes assembly line.
Yeah, that was a Mercedes.
Yeah, it was a Mercedes. Okay. But here again, it went down the Mercedes assembly line. They would not let Dodge do it on their deal. So it's, it's something that Chrysler's standing behind and stuff, but Dodge won't share the secret. So it was like, okay, well, we can't send this car back to Germany to have them work on it. And that's why the cars had a bad resale. That's why in 2008, which was the last year they made them, okay, I was buying them up for less than half the sticker price of them, okay, and selling them off to people. Okay, so, and like I said, every manufacturer, so don't ever down another product, because first of all, you're being negative, so don't bring negatives up, because they breed, okay, and that's an example of a negative.
You had to use Ford out there and you're looking at a dog.
Well, yeah.
The Ford might work better for you, you just sell it to Ford, you ain't selling that.
Right, so when you're out there, what you do is you let them know you're on their side, first of all, but you be constructive. What you do is say, yes, I understand you say that Honda has this, or Ford has this, but let me show you what Dodge has also. Okay, because there's always something that the other manufacturer has that the other one doesn't have. They do that for a reason. Okay? Okay? They do it for a reason. Okay? Yes?
But isn't it, because most people who like love cars or have cars are either, they partial to one group. Some people might
Most
like-
of them are, but not all of them. Nowadays it's gotten, it used to be that way strictly. It used to be that everybody only wanted to buy imports. And then it got to where everybody in the early 80s and stuff got to be buy American. Look at Walmart. Walmart built their, Sam Walton will be rolling his grave right now. And I used to live in Columbia, Missouri. They had a big auto mall there where Sam Walton ended up moving. He's from Arkansas, but his niece lived about 3 blocks away from me. And I remember when Kool in the Gang, you remember Kool in the Gang? Okay, for her birthday party, Kool in the Gang was playing at her birthday party. Okay? So, but that was the big drive. If you anybody that's old enough to remember, Walmart's big push was buy American. Well, guess what now? You can't find anything made from in America in Walmart. You know, like I said, I won't go on it and harp on it, but we have lost our values in this country, especially when people start talking about taking. And I'm not, if I'm not trying here to offend anybody's religion, but this country was founded on Christianity. Okay, bottom line. Okay, and when we try to start, government comes in there and starts taking out. Well, I want to take it. Does everybody know they wanted to take out the "In God We Trust" off our currency?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everybody know who, when we just had the holiday, Monday, does everybody know what the holiday was Monday?
Columbus Day.
Columbus Day. Does everybody know who brought Christianity to the Americas? Columbus.
They won't sell Columbus Day in New Mexico because of all the Native Americans.
He didn't
everything.
discover
They-
America, that's why.
And they take it as a
It was
high
already-
Right. Yeah, it wasn't lost. See, that's the big thing that I got to talk about. And I'll drop it. We'll get back on the carpet here because we might have to stay a little bit longer today if everybody don't mind, so we can make sure to get everything in. Okay. I can't short. I mean, if some of you have to leave, I understand. We'll work around it. But the deal is I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud of what I do and what I stand for and how the fundamentals of this country were stood for. Okay, but I guarantee you, Native Americans, first of all, we came here and slaughtered and killed their people and then took their land. Okay, now it wasn't us primarily, and I get into stuff. Like I said, everyone hopefully knows I'm not racist at all, but it is a racist society out there, and there's people that just won't give up on that negativism. Okay, but then we have the Spaniards that come over and then start selling us slaves, and we go ahead and take that deal. Okay, so we are not a country based on of what our principles really stood for at first, because we're tyrants. We take what we want. Okay, this country takes what they want because this land is actually the Native Americans. Okay, it wasn't lost. They've been living here forever.
We trying to give it away though.
Yeah. Well, we've lost our values and our principles that we were founded on, and I guarantee you that I don't care what religion it is anywhere in the world, but I don't care if it's some secluded island that's never been found. I guarantee you they have some god or some religion, because if a society does not, it will be barbaric and chaos. Okay? Huh? Yes, sir. If you have nothing to hope for and pray for, and someone you believe in has created you or whatever, or some higher power, okay, whatever it may be, then I mean, it ends up being barbaric and chaos. Because I mean, if all's lost, and you got nothing to lose, and heck, you're just going to go out and and everyone has to remember. I'm sure everyone would agree that no matter what religion, what faith you are, whatever, when you are talking about and nothing but positive, because do you hear churches or anything, or synagogues or whatever it may be, talking negative? It's all about living a good life, being good, being great. It's the same principles I'm telling you about. Just do them things. Be positive. How many people feel a lot better when they come out of something like that? And I'm not saying, I'm not using religion, but after you come out of church, after you come out of service, or after you share a bunch of positive things about whatever life or whatever it may be, right? Don't we feel a lot better? All right. Do I need to do a role play again on the meet and greet, or has everybody got it?
Got it.
We're good to go? Okay, I want some of y'all taking notes because I'm going to call on some of you and I'm going to ask you what they do wrong, okay? And remember, we're here to help everybody. Okay? And we make sure to get everybody taped, because sometimes the dealer might want to say how they do in their role playing and they want to see the video. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Timms. They named a river after him, he said. He had to change his name because they were using his name for the Thames River. That's what he told me. I'm just saying. Well, what's that one commercial? Where the girl says she's dating a French model, and she said, because it's on the internet, and the guy comes out, bonjour. I like that one too, right? It's on the internet, it's got to be true. Okay, all right, well, let me see here. Well, you know what, first of all, before we do that, now this only works about 85% of the time. All right, where's all my cans? Hey, why don't you cash it in? It's $2.50 for you, $2.50 for me. See, we won $5. I told him you get half. Well, you know, whatever I want. Let me get an extra pen real quick. Here, I want you to.
I thought he was saying 5.
Well, what's up now here?
Oh, man, that'd be right on the spot.
And then as soon as I'm done, you just show the thing. Okay, I'm going to not pick on somebody. Hey, have y'all ever seen that Nationwide commercial where, like, yeah, where the guy's telling the lady, hey, you know, I'm a great driver and this and such and such. Well, if you're such a great driver, why do I keep getting these checks in the mail? You know, because, you know, some women drivers are better, you know. Because I have 4 sisters, you got to understand, so I pick on women, but it's fun. It's because I'm very protective of women, too, and I am a total gentleman. But I put up some videos not so long ago. There's this one where all these cars are piled, crashing together, you know, and stuff. I mean, like, hundreds of them. And I put up a post saying, this was the 5 miles away from the annual women's drivers meeting. I know, right? Okay, now, Miss Ramona, I'm gonna try this with you, okay? You gotta work with me. You ready? Okay, you're all focused. Ready? All right. I'm gonna have you say a word a bunch of times, real fast. Okay? As you're saying that word, I'm gonna ask you a question. You need to answer that question without thinking at all. Okay? You can't stop and think. As soon as I ask it, you answer it. Ready? Okay. Say spot.
Spot.
Fast, fast.
Spot. Spot.
Fast, faster.
Spot. Spot. Spot.
Spot, faster?
Spot. 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 Spot.
What do you do to the green light?
Stop.
You stop at a green light.
Ready.
How many people stop at a green light in the room? Raise your hand. Allie, you stop at a green light.
You know I do.
Okay, will you show them what I just asked her a very easy question, did I not? What do you do at a green light? Go, right? It's a very easy question, right? Okay, but I use what in psychology is called train of thought. Okay, but I made her say this word. It's the same thing in sales to a certain extent. Okay, we can do things that with our mind. Like I said, the mind's a powerful thing. I mean, that's a very easy question, but she got the answer wrong. And if she didn't get it wrong, and that's what she does, then if she goes to lunch today, do not ride with her. Yes, Miss Allie.
Can we do this with customers? Have them say, like, let's see, yell a bunch of times. You know, say yell, 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 or not yell. Something that rhymes with buy, and then ask them, so you want to buy, and they'll say yes. Like test, say test.
Well,
really
basically,
times, like test, test,
what
test.
you do
Oh, yes,
is
you wanna
you're
buy,
doing this
sign
the whole
here.
time by some of the things that I'm training you to do. You're setting yourself up for that correct answer right there. But when you do it in sales, the whole process, okay, is this whole, and it's not a game, but it is. How many competitive people in the room?
You said how many competitive?
Competitive people. How many of you like to lose? Raise your hand. Okay. Do you know when that customer comes to the lot here to buy a car, right? Will we all not agree that's what people come to the lot to do?
Yes.
And you don't sell them a car? That you can put an L in the column for you? Because here's the main deal, and where you really have to conceive this and believe this. Because when that customer comes here and you sell and use the principles like I use, okay, like you treat your own, you want to sell like you treat your own family, correct? Treat someone just like you want to be treated, correct? Well, everybody found out that most of the salespeople, they went on their homework last night, right? Did any of them people treat you like that, very many of them? There was only, what, 4 in the room maybe?